Hello, Mayor Wilson here with an update from last night's Ordinary Council meeting at the Kalgoorlie Town Hall. A couple of things to mention through our particular agenda from last night. In fact, I'll try and get through as much as possible for you. Of course, if you miss any of it, it's all online through our website, ckb.wa.gov.au, and we also stream all of our meetings as well through our YouTube channel. So just having a look at, first of all, the reports of committees. One of the committees that we do have is our Strategic and General Purpose Committee. It's a non-statutory committee, so this allows us to review policies, commercial business reports, and also project status updates as well. And some notes from that particular meeting: we've appointed the chairperson for that particular committee, which is myself. That looks at a broad range of matters, including finance, government, strategic planning, and also ensuring that we're compliant and up to date. Alongside that, our quarterly commercial business reports on locations such as the Oasis, the Goldfields Arts Centre, and the airport. Overall, most of our businesses, or business units we call them, are tracking with some variances just due to seasonal or operational changes at the moment. We've got some improvements happening underway with our Snap Send Solve application and how we use that within the organisation, plus an evaluation on our Seals Road program at the moment. Then we also look at our corporate performance reporting. We've looked at some projects which are on schedule at the moment, including air conditioning at the Goldfields Oasis in our courts areas there across the 3 courts, our sewers mains work, which you may have seen around the bottom end of Johnson Street, and also some early planning around the corner of McDonald and Wilson Street for a roundabout. We're looking to go out to tender or re-tender on that very soon for those works to happen at that main school holiday break of December and January, so that'll be advertised early in the new year. We've gone through a detailed review of our policies as well, making sure that they're still relevant and how we operate at the moment as a council. We've flagged one, which is the naming of public facilities. That's going to come back to council at a later date. And another one that we'd like to review is the elected member training policy as well, and some of the provisions that are with that, not just elected member training, but also for attendance at events as well. Further to that, we had our statement of financial activity for the month of March, our accounts payable for April. We looked at our long-term financial plan, which is a 10-year document. Now, at the moment, it outlines up to $490 million worth of capital works across the course of 10 years. Now, that sounds like a lot on an early face value, but we work towards having some support from government in terms of grants to help make sure that we can fulfill on that. Our aim is to keep the service levels steady, but also plan responsibly for the future at the same time. So we've been going through our long-term financial plan. It is a bit of a moving document, so things do move from time to time, but it does give us a bit of a plan on our finances moving forward for the next 10 years, and it's a vital tool to understand where the organisation's heading and also correlate that to our assets as well. Further to that, councillors have also noted that they'll be receiving an additional 3.5%. That is an independent process which takes place through the Salaries and Allowances Tribunal, so that they tell us what needs to happen from that front. However, Council would like to provide some feedback to the Salaries and Allowances Tribunal on that, because we feel that there's some opportunities there for that to be tightened up to make sure that councillors are not only responsible to the community, but they're also responsible to the organisation in how they receive that as well, that particular allowance. Our notice of intention to levy differential rates was passed last night for council as well. This will give you as ratepayers and electors the opportunity to comment for 21 days on what we're proposing to put forward, which is about a 3.3% increase to our rates. Overall, that gives a rate yield of around 5%. But if you've got a GRV residential, which is probably the line on your rates bill, that will be affected by about 3.3%. Noting that there's also an emergency services levy which council collect on behalf of the state government, plus waste and also sewer charges as well that do get taken into account in your rates notices. So the ability for you to comment on that is now or very soon for 21 days. One of our top priorities for our community is our roads and where our road program sits at the moment. We've received some feedback, and probably more so publicly through the Burt Street works that have taken place. Our team have undergone a review on how we can make sure that that can be better from a communications point of view for our community and also for those who are affected as well. And we'll continue to review how we schedule works and how they affect people moving forward. We awarded a peppercorn lease to the Sporting Shooters Association of Kalgoorlie-Boulder in their base, which is out towards Boulder. So they've now got a peppercorn lease to their site for another 21 years. We've also awarded $11,500 to the Golden Quest Discovery Trail, a very important tourism asset for not only our city but also for our region. We're very happy to support that. And keeping visitors in our city longer is one of the aims of that. So we've got a lot of those sites which are close to Kalgoorlie-Boulder. That impacts obviously our visitors and their stay here in Kalgoorlie-Boulder. We'd like to keep them here in Kalgoorlie-Boulder longer, so they're putting back into our community. Alongside that, we've got a dome structures policy which Council have reviewed and is now coming out for public comment as well, plus the awarding of a couple of leases as well. So that was a bit of a wrap up from this week's Ordinary Council meeting. Our next one is the 16th of June, and if you've missed any of that, there's a full recollection through YouTube of that meeting. But also catch yourself up to date through ckb.wa.gov.au, and don't forget to sign up to our newsletter so you get all of the council news first to your inbox.